Hey, how are you? Okay, I'm just getting organized. Welcome to Monday Morning Masking. I have my glasses off. Sorry. This is the Rose Bolero. No, Global Beauty. It has some vitamins and stuff in it. Vitamin A, C, and E. Supposed to leave it on for 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. It's from the Dollar Tree. So, okay. I have tried several of these. And I think the first one was the gold. And, hey, come on. The first one was the gold. Same container, everything. And they give you a spatula too. But it said to leave on for 5 to 10 minutes. My eyesight is so bad. I'm a blur in the camera. No smell. But this is 10 to 15. So, by the way, it was in the refrigerator. Oh, it's cold. It's in my hair. Maybe I will shampoo my hair today. Okay. When you can't see yourself in the camera lens, just use your hands. So how is everybody? I'm good. I'm tired. I have to go back to work after being off for 5 days. I'm very fortunate that I work where I do. They gave us Thanksgiving was Thursday, right? They gave us the day after Thanksgiving off. And I took Wednesday off. So I was off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. This is nice. But I had things to do. So, and I have a lot of time off to use. I have like 25 days. And I think once I hit 30, they stopped letting me add more on. So, what time is it? 3, so 15? No, 18 after. Right? Right. And so I'm lucky that way. They let me. But I have to use them or else I lose them. So I took one day. So now I'm down to 24. I asked to take off. Christmas is on Friday, right? So they give us Thursday off, I think. And I asked to take the Wednesday off again. And my boss came back. At first, she was like, accepted. And then she came back and said, the company that will secure the building while I'm gone, it's a private security company, is short-staffed because of COVID. So you may not be getting this off. And I'm like, excuse me. Really? It's in their contract that they have to whenever we requested it. It's not our fault that they laid everybody off and still have not rehired. But I think they, like a lot of companies, use COVID to get rid of people who they would rather not have employed, people who cause problems. But I don't know for sure. I don't work for them anymore. I used to, and believe me, they're the kind of company that do it. Uh, so I don't know if I'm going to get it off. I think I still will. I think they'll have protective service do a walk through the building, put a sign up that says, "Hey, in case of emergency, please call this number." That's what they did the last time. Um, what else? I've got two things for people. I've already gotten gifts. And well, I know what I'm going to get my niece, Hannah, because she told me, give me this. And I know what I'm getting her sister. I think that's all really that I'm going to get. Maybe I'll get my boss a basket from Sam's. Might be nice. Um, because she has been very good to me. I don't know. Maybe. I'm happy. I know I feel horrible about saying this, but really, it's been a good year for me as far as my life. I know it's been a horrible year, and really it has for me too. There was a lot of scariness going on, but I'm so grateful for my life right now. Um, I'm grateful for you guys. Oh, I'm doing the thankful tag again. Oh, but okay, getting off being all that. Let's stop being serious, darn it. Um, yesterday, my sister was, what is today? Today's Monday. Hey, welcome to Monday Morning Mask. Sunday, my sister was in the yard doing the last mow of the season, and she let the lawnmower run until the gas was out, because you're not supposed to let that freeze over the winter. And I let the girls out, Sweetie and Sassy, and I was making dinner at the time. And my sister calls in and she goes, "Hey, can you come out and hang out with them for a little bit? Um, they're bothering me." And I'm like, "Okay." Apparently, they were walking around with her while she was mowing. So I took them in front, and I was sitting in one of the chairs, and they were each in another chair. And then Sassy, the one you guys hardly ever see, jumped down and put her paws on my knees. I'm like, "What's up?" And then she sat down again and was looking straight up at me. So I picked her up and she snuggled into my jacket. She was cold. She was so cute. And her little body, which really isn't all that little. That girl has a little belly on her. I think it might be because we give her too much treats. But anyway, she snuggled her little body into my jacket. And my sister looked over and she was like, "You're getting played." I'm like, "I know. But she's cute, so I don't mind." Sassy's like, or Sweetie's like, she loves it. They love being in the front yard. We have a big front window that they both sit at, and whenever they get a chance to go outside into the front yard, they're so happy. They'll sit there and they'll watch, and they'll stay. Well, usually they stay. And over the summer, God, when was it? June or July? It had been a while. Everybody was just so busy, and Sweetie and Sassy hadn't been taken for a walk, and Sweetie would be like looking at her chains hanging there, and look at us, and we're like, we can't do it right now. We're sorry. And she was sitting. Barb was working in the front yard, and I think she was planting some bushes. And Sassy and Sweetie were sitting on the front steps. And then my nephew came home. Hold on, I got an itch. Where'd it go? Hold on. I'm just gonna use this. Okay. My nephew came home and my brother and him got distracted and were talking. And they got done a couple minutes later, and probably 10 to 15. And Christian starts walking in and goes, "Where's Sweetie? Is she inside?" "No, she's right there." And they both started looking for Sweetie. My sister told Christian to put Sassy inside. My sister went looking for Sweetie, and we found her behind our house, on the street behind our house. It's like there's no alley. So our house backs up to another person's backyard. And my sister sees this woman, and she goes, "Hey, have you seen a Shih Tzu walking by herself?" And the lady goes, "Yes. It didn't have a collar on it. My husband's trying to figure out who it belongs to." And she goes, "It's mine. Why don't you have a collar on it?" And my sister's like, "Shih Tzus cannot have a collar. They can choke." So they are chipped, but they can't have a collar. So my sister walks up the street, and Sweetie's not walking. He has a collar on her and a chain, and she's like, "You are not my mom. You're not my uncle. You're nobody to me. I'm not walking for you." And she was pulling away. She does with the way she does with us, whenever we want her to go somewhere and she doesn't want to go. And she saw Barb and started running towards her and broke free from the old man. And the old man started going off on Barb. "You should have a collar." And she goes, "She's chipped. She can't have a collar." So, and we talked very sternly to Sweetie after that. She knew. She hasn't done it since. I'm thinking she's thought about it, but hasn't done it since. I think she's mad at me because who was it? I think it was Jennifer Larson MUA gave me some cranberry dog treats. I think it's cranberry and liver. I don't know. And Sassy don't like them, but Sweetie, she'll gobble those puppies down. And my sister's like, "Don't give her a lot of treats before she goes to bed." I give her treats, and she has dinner with us. The only time they eat their food is when we cut them out of the treats. And so I'm like, "No, I can't. Here, you get 2 of these little treats. Give her one, let her chew it up, give her the other one." And she's like, "Please, please, Mom, I want some more." And I'm like, "No, your mother says no." And she's just, lately, before she would snuggle up on the blanket that I have down here of hers. Now she just looks at me and goes right back up the stairs. I think the last time she spent the day down here, God, when was that? I don't know. It was Wednesday night because I got up early, Barb got up early, Barb went to work, came back home, and helped me finish up making stuff. And our niece was here. We were all just so tired because we made all the food except for the turkey the day before. And we made stuffing in the casserole dish the day before. And I, I, I said, okay, here's your treats. She fell asleep on her little rug or her blanket. And then I went to bed. At like 3:30, I hear bark. And I'm like, okay, that's coming from upstairs. And I try to fall asleep. Bark. Okay. Someone up there is going to get up and when they hear it. Bark. And I'm like, they're not getting up. Bark. Because it's not coming from upstairs. I got up. I came out the front my bedroom, and she's sitting by the steps. Sweetie is blind at nighttime. She can't see anything. She can't go upstairs. It's too dark for her. So she wanted me to come up or get out of bed, turn on the light so she could run up the steps. How do I know this, you ask? Because I walked over to her and turned the light on. She looked at me and ran up the steps. Last time I saw her before I got up. I love my niece. She's adorable. Does anybody want her? No, I'm kidding. My sister wouldn't let me give her away. Um, I was noticing yesterday when I had Sassy in my arms, you know, Sassy's black and white, and Sweetie is brown and white. But Sassy really isn't black and white anymore. She's more gray and white. I kind of noticed. She's not a puppy anymore. She's 11 years old. You know, and her sister, Sweetie, is also 11. They're from the same litter. Um, Sweetie's a big girl. Sassy was the runt of the litter, and she's had a lot of problems. But Sweetie was always the big bully. But Sweetie depends on Sassy. You know, they've always been together. I gotta take this off. They've always been together, you know? My sister's like, she thinks that Sassy would be okay without Sweetie. Sweetie won't be okay without Sassy. We found that out when Sassy had to go in for surgery and Sweetie didn't. You know, Sweetie came with Christian and Sassy to the vet, but she didn't stay. She didn't even go in. They came out and picked up Sassy, and Christian drove off. And Sweetie's like, wait a minute, you forgot something. And that night, you know, she was alone without her sister all day. The next morning, or in the afternoon, we didn't get Sassy back until like 4 or 5 at night. And Barb opened the door, and Sweetie is whining. Sweetie doesn't whine. She cried. She was like, where is my sister? I was alone all day. And Barb had to go get Sassy, so she brought Sweetie, and Sweetie's mood completely changed. Okay. You know, I don't even know what this is supposed to do. Rose gel face mask. Yeah, those aren't glasses. It's supposed to be moisturizing. It doesn't feel bad. It feels a little tacky. I think that's gonna soak in. It actually feels good on my chin and on my forehead. My cheeks are a little tacky. But yeah, what do you think? This has been the Rose. What are you? Global Beauty from the Dollar Tree. It's okay, I think. I'm going to use it a couple more times this week. Um, if I remember, I'll tell you about it on Friday freebies or Taste Test Thursday, something like that. But okay, you guys, have a good day. I will see you in the next video.